So yeah, just lie on your back. You can hug your knee, and we'll just go for 5 rotations each direction, nice and slow. And just pay attention with the hand on the knee that your knee isn't rotating. So you want to keep the knee still. Just use that ankle. So yeah, 5 each way. Gonna get the music. So yeah, once you've done one side, guys, you can switch.
We're doing 5 in each direction for each side, right?
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. If you have them, and once you're finished with those, grab your foam roller, and if you have a lacrosse ball, you can grab that. If you don't have a lacrosse ball, then a tennis ball or golf ball will do.
I'll be right back.
Cool.
So you want a foam roller and a tennis ball?
Yeah. Or lacrosse.
Yeah, I'll be back as well, David.
Pardon?
I said I'll be back as well. I have to go. I might have to go into my garage and get a tennis ball.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Sorry about that. Hey, Denise.
Hi, sorry, I was having dinner. I'm a little
Yeah.
late.
How are you?
Good.
How'd you find the workshop? Oh, you're on mute. You're on. You muted yourself.
Yeah, so that was great. Thank you, David. I'm gonna practice our alchemy, all the things that I learned.
Oh, good. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, must be tired now.
Yeah, the arms are a little tired.
Yeah. Do you have a foam roller?
I do, yeah.
And if you have a tennis ball or a golf ball or. Cool, cool. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do, first of all, is we're just gonna smash the feet on the ball. So you can stand up. And just find any tender spots on the bottom of your feet, and then just apply some pressure there for about 20 seconds. and then you can find a new spot and work on that. Or you could also just gently roll back and forth over those sore spots. All right, guys, let's switch feet. So guys, doing this soft tissue work, you could call it self-myofascial release. It's not necessarily gonna make you more mobile, but it can help get rid of pain, and it can help your body relax, so then you can get into maybe deeper stretches, which can then help with your mobility. But just doing the rolling itself isn't necessarily going to improve your mobility, because it's a passive input. So we're not actually doing anything with our body. So we're not actually training our body. And we need to actually train our body in order to improve mobility. But it can definitely help get rid of pain and allow our muscles to relax, which can then allow us to get into more flexible positions and then train in those positions. All right, guys. So next we're just going to smash the calves. So what you're going to do is kneel. Take your roller to the Achilles, and then you're going to sit on it. And then you're just going to gently rock side to side. So I'll just turn this way so you can see. So yeah, gently rock back and forth. How's that feel?
Pretty good.
Good, good. Yeah.
A little painful for me.
So yeah, once one area kind of loosens up a bit, you can move the roller slightly.
But right now we're focusing on the Achilles, right? We're sort of around that area.
Yeah. It's actually, you can't really get to the calves because the roller's too thick. Yeah, I should have said Achilles rather than calves.
I'm feeling it every bit as much on the top of my foot, in the ankle joint, in this part.
Yeah. Yeah, you can, it's definitely a good stretch for your plantar flexion in the ankles. All right, guys, come on out of that one. And I want you to actually put some shoes on. Flip-flops or like sandals will also work.
Gotta go get those too.
Okay, no worries. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do, you can take a dumbbell, or you can also just use the roller. So you can put the roller up against a post, or you can even just put it up against the wall. You're gonna get your foot on the object, and then lean towards the wall. Keep your knees straight for now. So we're just going to get into the calf stretch. And yeah, I find if you're barefoot, it's kind of painful on the foot. So.
Alrighty, I'm back. Quick question.
Oh, so take your roller and you can put it up against a piece of furniture or the wall, and then you're just gonna put your foot on top and basically stretch the calf. Yeah. So keep your legs straight.
Are we going to be using any other props tonight?
No. Yeah, sorry, I should have said it in the post.
But if you're taking requests tonight, you can't prepare in advance. You weren't to know. So
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys. So we're gonna stay in this stretch, but I want you to actually rotate your body. So keep your foot where it is, but kind of turn your body, and then it's gonna feel a different stretch in the calf and ankle. So yeah, does that make sense?
yeah.
Cool.
You want that calf stretch. You want the whole leg straight, right?
Yeah, yeah. All right, now guys, we're just gonna twist the other way. So again, keep that foot straight. So just turn your body the other way. So now you're gonna feel it more on the outside of the leg. Does everyone feel that? All right, guys, just come back down the middle. And now we're just gonna do our pails and rails. So push your foot into that object, engage the calf. Ramp that effort up. All the way up to your max effort, pain-free. All right, now we're gonna switch to rails. Squeeze your shin muscle as if you could lift your foot off the object. And back to passive. Okay guys, let's switch sides. So again, we'll just go down the middle to start. Keep that leg straight. All right guys, let's rotate. So turn away from your foot. All right, and let's turn the other way. So yeah, you're gonna feel that more on the outside of your leg. All right, back down the middle. All right, let's start that pails, push into the object. 20% effort. Gradually increase, squeeze that calf. Max effort, pain-free. And switch to that rail, squeeze that shin so you can lift your foot. And back to passive. All right, guys, come out of that one. And next, what we're going to do is kneel down. And if you feel enough of a stretch already at the front of the ankle, then just stay here. Otherwise, we're going to actually lean back and lift the knees. So yeah, if this is too much, just stay with the knees down. Otherwise, yeah, really get into the front of the ankle. Plus we're stretching the quads as well. Yeah, if you need to take a quick break and go back to it, that's fine. All right, just come back to kneeling here, but we're going to do our pails and rails now. So pails, you're going to be squeezing your shin muscles and pushing your feet into the ground. And then rails, you're trying to squeeze your calf and Achilles as if you could lift the top of your foot off the floor. You could even do these in this position, up to you. All right, guys, so yeah, engage those shins, push the feet into the ground. Ramp up that effort as long as it's pain-free. 3, 2, 1. All right, squeeze the calf, Achilles. Try to point your feet even more. And back to passive. All right, guys, come on out of that one. Let's just give our ankles a little break and let's work on the wrists. So let's just point our fingers in towards us. And sit back and just find that stretch in the forearms, wrists. Another way to make this stretch more intense is you can attempt to turn your biceps towards each other. So just rotate from the shoulder, internally rotate, and that'll get you a different sensation in the wrist, maybe a deeper stretch. All right, guys, now let's do our pails. So let's do each finger individually. So let's start with our index finger, push into the floor. Now let's push through the middle finger and the ring finger and our pinky. And let's push through all of our knuckles. And now push through the palm as well. And push as hard as you can. And switch to rails. Try to lift those fingers, lift that palm. And back to passive. So you may even have noticed that some fingers were tighter than others when you were doing the pails. So you could even just do pails and rails for one finger at a time. Hey guys, come on out of that one. And let's come to a tall kneeling position. So just up like this. And we're gonna do a counter stretch. So we're just gonna push our hands into our body like this and stretch the wrist the other way. Okay guys, back to the ankles. So I want you to bring one foot underneath your chest, rest your chest on your knee, and then you're just gonna push your knee forward. So this one you should feel in the Achilles or behind the ankle. And you don't want to feel anything in the front. So let me know if you feel anything in the front.
Can the heel has to stay planted, is that right?
If you feel a better stretch with your heel lifted, then that's okay. Yeah. Wherever you feel the best stretch, really. Okay, guys, just stay there. I'm just gonna turn and face you. All right, so all I want you guys to do is just lean over to the outside a bit and then push forward. So that you may feel the stretch more on the inside of the ankle now. All right, guys, now we're just gonna lean over more to the inside and then push forwards. So again, make sure you don't feel any pinching. And now you might feel it a little more on the outside of the ankle. Okay guys, let's come back down the middle. And we're gonna do our pails and rails now. All right, so start to drive your foot into the ground. So engage your calf. Probably have to put more weight onto your knee. So put as much force into the ground as you can with your foot without lifting your heel. You can also push through the toes as well. All right, guys, switch to that rails. Squeeze your shin. Try to lift your foot off the ground. Lift those toes. And back to passive. All right, guys, let's switch sides. So yeah, once again, we'll start down the middle. So no one's getting any pain at the front, are they?
No pain.
No pain? Okay, good. Cool. All right, guys, let's lean over to the outside. Keep pushing the knee forward. So guys, with the ankles, you need your ankle to be able to tilt in order for it to actually dorsiflex. So if you find that like leaning over to the side is super tight, then you should definitely do this one more often. And let's switch to the other side. And same here, if this one's super tight, do this one more often. Because improving our tilt in our ankle actually opens up the ankle capsule a bit more, and then it'll actually give you a bit more dorsiflexion. Similar to how with the shoulders, if you improve your internal and external rotation, then it's actually going to improve your flexion and extension. If you improve your ankle tilt, then you'll improve your dorsiflexion. And another way to do this is rather than leaning back and forth, you can place an object underneath like one side of your foot so that the foot is actually, ankle is actually tilted. Or even use like a slant board or just like use a plate or something to create a slant. Yeah. All right, guys, come back down the middle. All right, let's do our pails. Drive that foot into the floor. Push those toes into the floor. Put more weight on your chest. Maximum isometric contraction. And switch to rails. Squeeze those shin muscles. Try to lift the toes. And back to passive. All right, guys, come on out of that one. So next we're gonna go into a position called combat stance. So you're gonna have one foot like this, almost like the bottom of a squat, but then you're gonna kneel on your other side. Does that make sense? So that's what it looks like from the other side. So yeah, you can also do the ankle stretches from this position, but we're gonna do some passive range holds. So what we're gonna do is lean forwards to our end range. Then you're gonna engage your shin as if you could lift your foot or toes. Then you're gonna lean back until the foot actually does lift. And then relax. So let's do that together. We're gonna go for 5 reps. So lean forward, engage the shin muscles, and lean back until that foot just barely lifts. Good, relax. Back to your end range. Engage. Squeeze as hard as you can, lean back until you can just get a credit card underneath your foot. And relax. 3 more, guys. Squeeze and lean back. Good. 2 more. And engage. Hold, lean back. And last rep. And engage. Lean back. Stuff. Cool, let's switch sides. So this is trying to add in that strength and control into that end range. All right, guys, let's lean forwards, find that end range. Engage. Try to lift the foot, lean back. And relax. Lean forwards again. Engage. Lean back. Relax. So you can see like there's a big difference between my ankle flexibility and my mobility. All right, engage, lean back. So there's a gap in between what I can control and what I can't control. And engage, lean back. Last rep, guys. Engage, lean back. All right, guys, let's stand up. And we're just gonna finish with our toe cars. So let's try, well, we won't finish with this, but yeah, We'll do our toe cars now. So keep your little fingers on the ground. Lift your big toe up as high as you can. Let's go for 3 slow reps on that. Remember, if you need help, you can use your hands. So now push the big toe down, lift the little toes up. Cool, guys. Lift up all the toes. Just touch down the big toe. And keep that big toe up. Touch the little toes down. Okay, toes back on the ground. Let's squeeze them together. And relax. And squeeze. And relax. And squeeze. And relax. All right, next one, guys, lift those toes up. Then we're gonna spread them out. So reach out with that pinky toe. And then one at a time, place the toes back on the ground, spread them as wide as possible. And let's go one at a time for this one. So just try to curl your big toe under, and then the little toes. And then just curl all of them under as if you're picking something up. And let's switch. And the little toes. And then just all of them together. All right, guys, last thing we're going to finish with is some squatting. But first of all, we're going to squat and we're going to actually lift the heels up. And this is going to stretch out the ankles. So we're going to hold this for let's do 1 minute. And then we're going to put the heels down and do 1 more minute. All right, guys, so starting now. Again, let me know if you feel any pinching in the ankles. Yeah, we want to avoid that. All right, guys. Now place those heels down. Just 1 more minute here. You might try rocking side to side, getting a little deeper into each ankle. And we're done.